Is our feeding routine for our Solomon Island Ground Boas. They were born on January 11th. We've done this routine quite a few times. So pretty much we get a bunch of live pinky mice. We'll add a few to a few different snakes enclosures. After about a few hours we will switch them out. This is quite a large meal for the juvenile Solomon Island Ground Boas. Some will take it, some won't, but we continue this rotation until pretty much the pinky mice are gone, and then we purchase more pinky mice, add those in, and continue it that way. For the Solomon Island Ground Boas that aren't taking the pinky mice quite yet, we are purchasing medium and small mice, frozen ones from our local PetSmart. We chop the tails off, which is quite disgusting, and divide it into about 2 or 3 sections, and then assist feed the ground boas. We don't have too many ground boas left. We have sold quite a few. As you will see also on our boxes or their enclosures, they're marked with either low health, medium health, or healthy. This just kind of gives us an idea of how the snake is doing, if it's ready to be sold yet. Feedings, we also have the date marked on feedings and how many times they've eaten. But yeah, we'll also switch them out every couple of hours, which you'll see later in the video of me switching them out. Feeding schedule of Solomon Island Ground Boas is a lot less than a typical ball python, reticulated python, boas. With a meal this size, they'll typically eat every 2 to 3 weeks, or we'll offer food every 2 to 3 weeks. This is me switching out the pinky mice from the 3 snakes that didn't eat to other snakes. Out of those 3 snakes, only one ate. A little bit of a backstory on how we produce these is we received the mother from Dan from DM Exotics at our local reptile expo. She was already gravid when we purchased her. She was due to lay in either November or December. She ended up laying a little bit later in January. We ended up having 57 babies. So it was very difficult to get a feeding schedule for them. This is honestly how it worked best for us. We haven't had to scent any pinkies. A lot of the snakes took them without having to try the rat tails. The rat tails were for the snakes as a last resort for the ones that were not eating. And we're currently trying to get them from rat tails to pinkies in an effort to, when we sell them, it'll be easier for the people purchasing them. A bit of information on the Solomon Island Ground Boas. They are from the Solomon Islands or Isabel Islands. Within this litter we did get quite a few phases. We have white phases, silver phases. We do have a few that look quite like the mother. We have a couple of snakes that are darker with a more checkered pattern. Care requirements for these snakes is, I would say, an intermediate level. The feedings is quite hard when they are juveniles because they are so small. I know scented pinky mice is one thing a lot of people try, minnows, pinky tails, or rat tails. Also quite high humidity at around 70 to 90%. I'm just trying to weigh them down. This is the video of the Solomon Island Ground Boa that did eat. This is what the bulge will look like. But yeah, this is pretty much our feeding routine. If you'd like this video, please like and subscribe. All of our social media platforms will be down below.